Hello, my friends. Today we are going to be doing a DIY. It's going to be, I guess, fall themed, but if you're into sunflowers and buffalo check, it could be year round depending on your taste. So I just got an antibacterial wipe to kind of help remove some of the stickiness of, you see the tab that's here. It makes it easier to remove. And then I'm just putting a little bit of Mod Podge into a cup, and I have this buffalo check napkin. I have several of them, honestly, in my stash because I do like buffalo check quite a bit. So I'm just taking the paste of the Mod Podge, and I'm just placing it all around the candle, and then cutting it to fit the size of the candle, which you can find these at Dollar Tree, by the way. And I realized that there was 2 ply. I thought I had grabbed them all, but I didn't. So I had to go back over and do it again. But that just happens. It happens to us all. So again, I'm just placing another thin coat of the Mod Podge all over this glass of the candle. And you can find these at Dollar Tree, by the way. They're so useful. Great little gifts. I was making a decision on where I wanted to place it. So I started to decide the opposite end of what I was going to do was my best choice, and then wrap it around and smooth it out as you go. And then that way you can try to make sure that your edges are straight and match your pattern. You're just going to tap a little bit of extra glue there, especially where the 2 ends are going to meet, just to make sure you have that extra little bond. And then I'm going to top around the very top of it, just to curve that napkin over the lip just a little bit. And then giving an extra little coverage there. Very light one. Don't make it too wet because it will tear the napkin. Sorry about that. I just realized I'm responding to a follower on my phone. I apologize. Should have cut that part out. Okay. So I have this sunflower napkin that was left over from last year. It's a really cute pattern. And so I'm going to just cut this out and kind of trim around the outer edges of the flowers. And I took a little bit of glue and put it on my finger to make sure it would be easy enough to pull off. Again, you're going to put another little thin coat of the Mod Podge on. You can also use Elmer's glue. I originally was going to stick down the whole print, but I realized it covered too much of my buffalo check. So that's when I decided to just go around and do around the edges of the flower, so it would be the focal point. And that way too, you can use your leftovers and make something else with it. Okay, see? Now it doesn't cover it as much. So again, we add another little layer. Place it wherever you desire. It looks so much better this way than covering the whole pattern of the buffalo check up. And then you're just going to tap around the outer edges just to secure it in place. Just a little tap, tap, tap. Now, I decided to do a little extra. It's not something you have to do, but I took my jute string here and I want to attach it to the bottom. My glue was not quite hot enough, so I had to go in for the second time and try it again. But I started to loop it around, you'll see in just a few seconds. I believe it was 4 times, just to give a little bit of an accent, that country feel, little rustic feel. So you're just going to twist around. Like I said, there's 2, 3, 4 times. You can probably go up to 5 or 6 depending on what you like. Now we're going to fix that problem where the jute wants to slip off on the very bottom. We're going to go around and add just a small bead of glue around the bottom edge of the jute so that way it doesn't slip off. Holds it in place. And we're going to do the same thing at the very top, except there's a small little lip in this candle that you will be able to just go right in that little indentation of that lip. And it'll make it look very natural, like it was supposed to have been there. Now, I wanted to add a little extra greenery in there, just for a little pop. Again, this is just your desired taste. I cut those in half. I believe it's called boxwood. You can find that at Walmart, Hobby Lobby. Sometimes even Dollar Tree carries it. And then I took that jute string and tied a tiny little bow. I want to place that right in the center. And there we have it, my folks. A very simple, easy DIY for Sunflowers Buffalo Check. So I hope that you really, really enjoy this. Go check out my blog for more ideas at DIYlivingbyTalisalindsay.com. All right, folks. See you again.
They've got structures that are actually dilapidated and falling down. I've been noticing an increase in snakes and stuff in my yard. And that's because I got small children. I had a